Sweet treats worldwide. Okay. Dessert vibes only. Sweet around the world tonight. Good food, good laugh, good vibes. Ice cream dreams under golden lights. One more scoop, one more bite. Ooh, that's creamy. Whip it up, too good. Taste the culture, luxury flavors. Sweet tooth activated. Take another bite. Frozen paradise. Worldwide sweets. From Italy to Tokyo. Passport full of sugar snow. Late night foodie energy. Cook, laugh, indulge slowly. Sweet vibes only. Good food forever. Golden queen alive. Chef Imani. Dessert mode activated. Sweet treats worldwide. Okay. Dessert vibes only. Sweet around the world tonight. Good food, good laugh, good vibes. Ice cream dreams under golden lights. One more scoop, one more bite. Ooh, that's creamy. Whip it up, too good. Taste the culture, luxury flavors. Sweet tooth activated. Take another bite. Frozen paradise. Worldwide sweets. From Italy to Tokyo. Passport full of sugar snow. Late night foodie energy. Cook, laugh, indulge slowly. Sweet vibes only. Good food forever. Golden queen alive. Chef Imani. Dessert mode activated. Sweet treats worldwide. Okay. Dessert vibes only. Sweet around the world tonight. Good food, good laugh, good vibes. Ice cream dreams under golden lights. One more scoop, one more bite. Ooh, that's creamy. Whip it up, too good. Taste the culture, luxury flavors. Sweet tooth activated. Take another bite. Frozen paradise. Worldwide sweets. From Italy to Tokyo. Passport full of sugar snow. Late night foodie energy. Cook, laugh, indulge slowly. Sweet vibes only. Good food forever. Golden queen alive. Chef Imani. Dessert mode activated.
Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? It's your girl Golden. I'm back with another live, and I have my favorite co-host here with me, Imani. And guess what, y'all? We're doing something real light, sweet, and tasty today. Not doing any, heavy topics or anything like that. Just having a little break from all of that. So we came across something really interesting, and we basically was having this conversation because it's hot where she at and it's hot where I'm at. And I don't like being hot. So I wanted a tasty treat, a frozen treat to cool down, and all I have is my son popsicles. But I seen some really great videos that I watch all the time, just different recipes and stuff, international all over the world. And I wanted to come and show y'all some of these really delectable frozen treats that we can make very easily at home, and that a lot of us probably enjoy and indulge in all over the globe. But it's about 1:46 p.m. here. Again, it is hot. And yeah, so I am inside. I was outside earlier burning up, but I cooled down since then. Hey Imani, what's going on, girl? How are you doing? How's the weather there? And how are you feeling today? I know we was talking about a little bit of this earlier. Oh, okay, got you. Okay, no problem. Yeah, she's just fixing her mic and her sound and stuff real quick. But yeah, so I'm not making nothing, Mom Star. Thank you for joining. I appreciate that. Let's just say hi to Mom Star. Mama's in the back, per usual. She said, "What you making? What you making?" I'm not doing no recipes or nothing today. We're just gonna do an international dessert, frozen dessert uh, tour, and we'll be watching some recipes or whatnot. You know, some videos I came across, but they have like these really cool recipes where you can make these frozen desserts and frozen treats right at your home. You don't need no expensive equipment, you know, and stuff like that, or machines or devices. So just good looking, tasty delectables, y'all, that are frozen and cold and cool you down on a warm day. And one of the things I like most about one of the videos we're gonna watch for sure is that it's very international, and it's not necessarily just frozen treats, but just desserts overall internationally that are, you know, like the top 30 desserts internationally that are famous, that people really really love in a few different countries. So I wanted to go ahead and start off with that one. So that's the one we'll be starting off with, and then the rest of them will be frozen delectables and treats that you can just make right at home. And if anybody is on any diets, you know, or they want to be more healthy, I do have a video with some frozen delectable treats as well that are healthy, friendly, and homemade. So recipes and tutorials on how to make these frozen treats at home. I know we have different weather all over the place. In North Carolina, where I live, it's hot. So it's really hot today for me. Some people love the heat, but for me, it was a bit too much. I had to come inside. So in other places, I don't know. It might be hot there for y'all too. But yeah. Okay, girl, you got the sound going? Okay, good, good, good. Did you catch
Hello.
anything that I was saying? When the sound went out, was you able to hear what we said so far?
No, I got cat dropped down for some reason, but hey, let's just keep going.
Okay. No, I basically was just talking about what we're gonna, you know, a little bit about what we're gonna be talking about and showing in the video, and just chit chatting and just talking about how it's hot here. And these frozen delectable treats was like really appeasing to me today. And I know you said you had some heat and it's hot there too. So you can just go ahead and pick up, you know, typically how we do our segue. So I was basically asking, how is your day today? How's the weather there where you're at, and how are you feeling?
Yeah, it's still hot here, very hot. Well, hotter than it's been for a while. It's about 32 degrees today. It's been like that all day. So I've just been really relaxing, you know, trying to trying to get some air. But it feels a
Exactly.
bit humid. Feels a bit humid,
Yeah,
like it's gonna rain. So hopefully it will rain and cool down, but then we'll still have the nice weather, hopefully. But otherwise I'm good. I'm good. I don't think we got very much on housekeeping today. I was just gonna read something that I came across.
okay.
Um so um sometimes there's moments in life when people pull away from you, misunderstand you, or grow uncomfortable with your presence. And often we blame ourselves. We wonder what we did wrong, why relationships change, or why the same people who once supported us now become distant. But sometimes the truth is much deeper than that. Sometimes people struggle with you because of your authenticity reminds them of parts of themselves they've hidden away. Your honesty, your growth, your confidence, and your refusal to pretend can act like a mirror. And not everyone is ready to face what they see reflected back at them. This is to remind you there's nothing wrong with being real. Many people spend their lives shrinking themselves to fit into expectations. They stay quiet to avoid criticism. They hide their dreams to avoid disappointment. They wear masks to gain acceptance. But when someone chooses to live openly, honestly, and unapologetically, it can challenge those around them. And that challenge can sometimes create distance. But growth is not betrayal. As we heal, as we mature, and as we evolve, some relationships naturally change. People who were comfortable with the old version of us may not understand the new one. Conversations can become strained, connections can fade, and while that can feel painful, it does not mean we are wrong for growing. We are encouraged not to return to the smaller versions of ourselves and just to keep others comfortable. We must keep boundaries. Many people spend years giving endlessly to others while neglecting themselves. They say yes when they want to say no. They carry burdens that were never theirs to carry. But eventually, the soul grows tired. Learning to set boundaries is not selfish, it's self respect. Protecting your peace, your energy, and your mental well being is necessary. And while some people may resist those changes, the right people will learn to respect them. So, the overall message today is to is uplifting and empowering. You do not need to shrink your light to be accepted. You do not need to betray your truth to belong. You are allowed to grow. You are allowed to change. You are allowed to protect your peace. Even if the journey becomes lonely at times, it's still worth walking because living authentically brings a deeper kind of peace than pretending ever could. And perhaps the most the most powerful thing is your purpose is not to make everyone comfortable. Your purpose is to become fully, honestly, and unapologetically, that word, unapologetically yourself. So keep rising, keep healing, keep growing, and never apologize for becoming the person you were meant to be. And that's the message for today.
I love every word of it. It couldn't be more from true. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. And I'm not going to say too much to add too much into it because I think it was done perfectly. And so, yeah, outside from that, this live that we're doing today, I figured we're moving forward, we're moving along. Happiness is possible, fun is possible. And we can do things, and talk about things that are a little bit more light. And not always have to come with, unfortunately, chaos and drama. So that's what we're working on today. But anyway, so what I was saying earlier, we're going to get into some of these delectables here that you may see on the screen. And we'll have the individuals from each video that will be showing us exactly how you can get these tasty delectables on your table if you desire to have them at your own hands and right in your own home. Or if there's somewhere that is a excellent place, a restaurant that you may want to visit and go to get. Um, outside
I
of
was going
that,
to
this is
say,
the go ahead.
sorry, I was going to say, you chose desserts. The funny thing for me is I'm really a savory person rather than desserts. If I go to a restaurant, I can eat two. And another thing is, I like starters as well. I can eat two starters. and forget the
Appetizers.
main and forget the dessert, but definitely have the wine. But I'm really, I'm more a savory person than a sweet. I mean, I've got a lot of people that bake in my family. They bake cakes and they bake beautiful cakes and stuff. My sister does as well. But I'm really more for cooking savories. I'll cook, the meats, the fish, you know, the salads. But I I will eat though sorbets, ice cream, and sometimes cake and custard if I feel that that craving that you
Yeah,
get
like
to
a
stodge.
or a sweet tooth. Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, but
I
I
remember
so I looked at these sweet treats and I thought she's lucky if she sees me cooking these things.
exactly. Okay, so we're gonna do today will be sweet, and then maybe tomorrow will be sour. No, no, no. We won't be
I
the sweet,
can't
sweet
wait.
and
Speak
sour.
for yourself.
Nah, we'll be savory. We'll be savory on episode 2. We'll do some savory things. And then, we could do like all different types with this. Because I started doing this foodie segment before on my other channel or whatnot. And I want to start it again because I think it's fun. Because come on, like food and delectables and stuff like that is a great way to bring people together. So I love it. So we starting out with the sweets, and the only reason why the frozen delectables came to mind is because child is hot, and I needed me something to cool down. So that's the first thing that popped into my mind. But we're gonna cover it all under a little foodie segment or whatnot that we do, and we'll have a lot of different, cuisines and styles, and we can do the savory one next. I like that. That's a good idea. That is a good idea. But so let's go ahead and get into it. We don't want to drag it out too long. So the first video, y'all, that I want to play for y'all, I'm gonna let y'all know exactly what it is. So the first one is the top 30 most famous desserts in the world. Now, this is not just frozen treats, y'all. This is just treats everywhere in culture. So we're gonna be taking our taste buds on a global tour, from decadent cakes to light, crispy pastries, desserts on the universal language of celebration and joy. We're exploring the rich histories and cultural impact behind some of the world's absolute favorites. Now, for the first 4 or the top 4, we definitely have to shout out to Italy for the most famous tiramisu, the classic, elegant, coffee flavored layered masterpiece. Then we got to move on over to Spain with churros, golden, crispy fried dough dusted perfectly in cinnamon sugar. Then we can go on to Argentina with the alfajores, and I hope I'm saying that right, the ultimate dulce de leche sandwich cookie experience, and then French pastries, delicate buttery layers of absolute art. But it doesn't stop there because I told y'all we got 30 of them. So let's go ahead and get into this video, y'all, and take this virtual journey through this decadent, tasty live, and look at some of these recipes throughout culture all over the world that make your mouth water. So let's go ahead and get into it. And per usual, we'll meet you in the chat as we watch together. And we'll stop a little bit for some commentary here and there. You know how we go. But let me go ahead and get this video up on the screen for y'all. Give me just a second, and I'll get everything set up here. All right. Got that. Got that. All right, y'all. Here we go.
Desserts are more than just sweets. They tell stories of culture, tradition, and indulgence. From the rich layers of tiramisu to the crispy bite of churros, desserts around the world bring joy to every occasion. Whether you love creamy, chocolatey, fruity, or flaky treats, this list of the top 30 most famous desserts in the world will take you on a journey through some of the most delicious confections ever created. Which dessert is your favorite? Have you tried them all? Let us know in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe for more mouth-watering food explorations. 30. Pastel de nata, Portugal. A classic Portuguese custard tart with a crispy, flaky puff pastry shell and a creamy egg-based filling. 29. Basbousa, Middle East and North Africa. A semolina cake soaked in sugar syrup, flavored with rose or orange blossom water. 28. Black Forest cake, Germany. A rich chocolate cake layered with whipped cream and cherries. 27. Lamingtons, Australia. A traditional Australian sponge cake coated in chocolate and rolled in desiccated coconut. 26. Gulab Jamun, India. A deep-fried milk-based dough ball soaked in sugar syrup infused with cardamom and rose water. 25. Alfajores, South America. A dulce de leche-filled sandwich cookie, popular in Argentina, Peru, and Uruguay. 24. Banoffee pie, United Kingdom. A British dessert featuring layers of bananas, caramel, and whipped cream set on a buttery biscuit crust. 23. Pavlova, New Zealand and Australia. A meringue-based dessert with a crispy outer shell and a soft marshmallow-like center, topped with whipped cream and fresh fruit. 22. Mochi, Japan. A chewy Japanese rice cake made from glutinous rice pounded into a sticky paste, then shaped into small rounds. 21. Baklava, Turkey and Middle East. A flaky, multi-layered pastry made with phyllo dough, chopped nuts, and soaked in honey or syrup. 20. Cheesecake, worldwide. A creamy, rich dessert made from cream cheese, eggs, and sugar set on a buttery biscuit crust. 19. Malva pudding, South Africa. A warm, spongy, caramelized pudding made with apricot jam and soaked in a creamy butter sauce, typically served with custard or ice cream. 18. Brigadeiro, Brazil. A chocolate truffle-like confection made with sweetened condensed milk, cocoa powder, and butter, rolled in chocolate sprinkles. 17. Sticky toffee pudding, United Kingdom. A moist sponge cake made with finely chopped dates, covered in a rich toffee sauce, and served with custard or ice cream. 16. Churros, Spain and Latin America. Deep-fried dough sticks, crispy on the outside and soft inside, rolled in sugar and cinnamon, often served with thick hot chocolate for dipping. 15. Cannoli, Italy. A Sicilian pastry consisting of crispy, fried tubes filled with sweet ricotta cheese, chocolate chips, and citrus zest. 14. Flan, Spain and Latin America. A silky caramel custard dessert with a smooth, creamy texture and a rich caramelized topping. 13. Soccer torta, Austria. A dense chocolate cake layered with apricot jam, coated in a thick chocolate glaze, and typically served with whipped cream. 12. Tres leches cake, Latin America. A sponge cake soaked in 3 types of milk, evaporated, condensed, and whole milk, creating a moist, creamy texture. 11. Tiramisu, Italy. A coffee-flavored Italian dessert made with layers of mascarpone cheese, coffee-soaked ladyfingers, cocoa powder, and sometimes a splash of rum. 10. Apple pie, United States. A classic American dessert featuring spiced apple filling inside a buttery, flaky crust, often served with ice cream. 9. Millefeuille, France. A French pastry with layers of flaky puff pastry, pastry cream, and powdered sugar, also known as the Napoleon. 8. Profiteroles, France. Light choux pastry puffs filled with cream or custard drizzled with chocolate sauce. 7. Kulfi, India. A denser, creamier version of ice cream made with slow-reduced milk, cardamom, and nuts. 6. Red velvet cake, United States. A vibrant red cocoa-flavored cake, layered with cream cheese frosting, known for its moist, velvety texture. 5. Gelato, Italy. A richer, denser version of ice cream, made with less air and more intense flavors, available in classic varieties like pistachio, chocolate, and stracciatella. 4. Macarons, France. Colorful, delicate French almond meringue cookies, sandwiched with buttercream, ganache, or jam fillings. 3. Brownies, United States. A chewy, chocolatey baked square, often enriched with nuts or chocolate chips, served fudgy or cakey. 2. Crème brûlée, France. A creamy vanilla custard dessert with a crispy caramelized sugar crust, torched to perfection. 1. Chocolate cake, worldwide. A decadent, moist chocolate cake, rich in flavor, often paired with ganache, buttercream, or chocolate shavings. And that concludes our list of the top 30 most famous desserts in the world. From the comforting warmth of sticky toffee pudding to the refreshing taste of Italian gelato, each dessert carries a unique flavor and history. Which dessert do you think deserves the #1 spot? Did we miss any of your favorites? Tell us in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe for more delicious content. Hit the notification.
All right, y'all. So that was some of the top 30 most desired desserts around the world. And I see that Mom Star, you know a few of them. We know that Imani knows a few of them too. So let's start back at the top. So Mom Star, you were saying that you like, let me go back to it. Hold on 1 second. Scroll back up. Banoffee, if I'm saying that right, Banoffee. And then you also said profiteroles. Okay, lovely. So do you make them or do you like to get them from like a, like a sweet shop or a pastry shop, or do you make them at home yourself? And then Imani says, love sticky toffee pudding, red velvet cake, and profiteroles. Okay. I hope I'm saying it right, y'all. And Banoffee. Okay. I hope I'm saying that right too. And so he said, yeah. Banoffee. Uh-huh. Oh, hey, Mr. Nobody. What's going on? What's going on? How you doing? Not fair. I want sweets now. Yeah, and you're not allowed to have them. No, I'm just kidding. Very limited on the sweets around here. Very limited on the sweets. We have a sweet treat every now and then. Not often. So Ma's like, come on. You're teasing me. Like, all right. What are we doing here? But no, she can have some sweets from time to time, but not too many, not too many. But yeah, so some of those delectables that we just seen, I have tried. I've had the opportunity to try and taste multiple times, actually. Not all of them, but a few. And they are really tasty. And I like the fact that, like, it's different. You know what I mean? Like, you can have desserts or whatnot that's different. We're not always having our same old American dessert style that they be having in a grocery store, or, after you go to a restaurant, they got the same desserts on the list, on the menu and stuff like that. Sometimes you want something a little bit different, a little bit more unique. And so I have had, the luxury to try a few different unique and different sweets from all over. And now we know, a lot of where these items come from. Because sometimes when you go somewhere, they don't necessarily give you the background and let you know, like, where this pastry or this treat comes from. They don't necessarily tell you, you know what I'm saying, like where it derives from. You say, I'm terrible. I get it from the bakery. Baking is a science. I like to buy, then decorate the stuff. Child, not you buying the cake in the box and then take it out the box and put it on the table and say that you'd have made a birthday cake, and then you just put on there happy birthday. No, I'm playing. A lot of people do that, though. A lot of people do it for real. They will buy a store-bought cake, child, and just bring it home and be like, oh, I baked this birthday cake. Isn't it wonderful? We all have been there a time or two, especially when you're running short on time. You know what I'm saying? You got to get it how you live. Okay? But you said the fridge tarts, not too bad to make. It's the baking that gets made. Yeah. So we're about to get into some of the frozen treats and stuff as well, which I think would be really fun and easier for all of us. Because, most of that, you whip it up in a bowl and you put it, in some type of dish or some type of, mold or something like that. Throw it in the freezer and then pop it out of there and eat it. So you don't got to go through all those measurements for dry and wet and mix it and bake it and make sure you don't jump so it don't fall. All of that type of stuff that comes with baking. But I do like to bake. I do. I used to like to bake more when I had more time on my hands. And I make like cheesecakes and all types of stuff like that. Like cakes, cheesecakes, cupcakes, brownies, muffins, pies, whatever, all the little pastry type stuff. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Imani, you was telling your sister she loves to bake. Some people really love it, and then they sing and they dance, and it really puts them in a good mood sometimes when they're just like baking goods. So sometimes it's not just about what they're making, but I guess it's about just like, the joy that it brings them to do it, and the fact that when something delectable comes out, they get to share it with others and make them happy when they eat the delectable treat. So, it can be all types of things that go into it. You said you make fridge tarts from scratch. For the cupcakes and cakes, I just buy them, make them, and then make the icing. Oh, you like your own icing, and so you just get the regular cake and then make your own homemade icing and just put it on there. No, exactly, Imani. This is definitely not the weather for baking, child. Not the weather for baking. I worked in a bakery one time at a supermarket around town, but I was the cake decorator. So where I worked in the bakery, it's like by the time I came in, all the baking was done because they bake very early in the morning at this supermarket in the bakery area. So they bake all the breads and all stuff like that. And by the time I used to get there in the evening time, because that was my second job, I would just decorate the cakes because you decorate the cakes overnight, and in the evening you put them in the refrigerator when you're done. And the next day, the people come pick up like their birthday cakes or wedding cake, or not like wedding cakes, because we just made sheet cakes at the grocery store. So they weren't like these 3-tier big grandiose cakes or nothing like that. Just the sheet cakes, y'all, that you get from the grocery store. So I used to decorate those, like put the icing on there, put all the decorations on, write on them and stuff like that. But definitely too hot for baking. So I'm glad that even when I did that, I didn't have to do the baking part, because it was definitely, yeah. In the summertime, I wouldn't want to be behind them ovens. Those are very heavy heat ovens. But anyway, y'all, so let's go ahead and move forward. I don't want to talk too much. So let's get into the next video. So now the next video we got is 7 easy homemade ice cream recipes with no ice cream machine required. So a lot of people think that you need a fancy machine to make luxurious ice cream. Think again. We break down in this video the no-churn magic method using a simple base of heavy whipping cream and sweetened condensed milk. And everybody's flavor may be included on this list, but basically it's a very simple recipe. 2 cups of heavy whipping cream whipped until fluffy, and 1 4-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. You also can add extracts or other ingredients to achieve your perfect taste or flavor of choice. So, of course, for classic vanilla bean, a splash of pure vanilla extract. If you want a rich chocolatey flavor, a silky cocoa powder folded into the cream base. Honey salted almond, a sweet and salty dream with buttery almond pieces. Cinnamon maple swirl. You can put some warm cinnamon spice and some maple ribbons up in there. Strawberry pretzel pie. You can put crunchy pretzel crumbles tossed with a fresh strawberries, cherry chip, fresh cherries mixed with deep dark chocolate chips, or Samoa Dream, toasted coconut flakes, chocolate sauce, and shortbread cookie bites. So those are some of the top 7 flavors that they'll be discussing in this video. But let me just go ahead and put this up there so they can show y'all exactly how to make it and run through it themselves better than me just reading it off to y'all and telling y'all. And then I can also tease y'all so y'all can see how good this ice cream looks. And I want some right now. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to this video, y'all. I'll be back to the chat. Okay, y'all. So my mind is weird, and I just be thinking about random things when I watch stuff. And so I had just asked myself because I seen when they made the strawberry ice cream, they put some red food coloring in there. So I was just wondering when they made the mango one, why they didn't put the yellow food coloring because that looked like vanilla. It don't look like mango. But anyway, I'm just goofing. I'm just saying they look like vanilla. I seen them put the mangoes in there, so I know it tastes like mango. But you could have made it a little bit more yellow. I'm just saying. I would have put some yellow food coloring up in there. But let's keep going. All right, y'all. So basically, they got a few more flavors and stuff to go. It's not too many left, honestly. But I think we all get the basic concept. Like you do the heavy whipping cream, you do the condensed milk, and whatever flavor you want the ice cream to be, or whatever fruits or toppings you want in it, you just fold that in there. You whip it all, spin it all together, and put it in the pan, put it in a dish, put it in the freezer and freeze it, and scoop it, and boom, you got it. All right. So now we're gonna move on to the next one, y'all, because we're doing this one real quick today. So we got 5 frozen treats from around the world. So, like I said, it's cold. I'm sorry, it's hot, and I wanted something cold. So this is why all of this pretty much came up on my mind, and I found some great videos, to show you. So the very first one they have is Kufi. I think that's how you say it, and that's from India. It's a dense, slow-cooked frozen dairy treat infused with saffron, cardamom, and pistachio that melts beautifully slow. Gelato and granita, which is from Italy, richer, silkier cousin to ice cream, alongside the crunchy, refreshing, crystallized texture of silicone fruit granitas. Mochi ice cream, and that derives from Japan. Sweet, chewy rice paste wrapped around cream alongside fluffy, snow-like shaved spring water ice with condensed milk. And limber from Puerto Rico. Squeeze and eat tropical frozen cups packed with guava, coconut, and passion fruit. And spaghetti eats from Germany, a visual masterpiece where vanilla gelato is pressed to look like spaghetti noodles, topped with strawberry tomato sauce and white chocolate Parmesan cheese. I think that is so cute. So they make the ice cream dish look like basically spaghetti. That's cute. So let's go ahead and get into this video, y'all. This one is not very long. It's short. So let's run through this real quick with some of these desserts, and then we'll get into our final video for the live and get up out of here, y'all. Because I'm about to go cool it off, and maybe, just maybe, I'll make one of these desserts today. We'll see. All right, let's go. All right, y'all. So that was just a quick clip. And now we're about to get into our final video for the live. Just showing y'all a few little things. Just something real fun and light to do today, y'all. So if anybody is like, I cannot be having all these sweets. I'm trying to do a healthier lifestyle. I'm trying to do a healthier diet. They do have some healthy homemade ice cream recipes. And this video right here is going to be 4 easy guilt-free recipes, dairy-free and vegan. Okay, so if that is you, and if you're looking for a tasty frozen treat as well, without all the maybe, extra sugars and creams, let's go ahead and take a look at this video. And you can make this right at home. It is homemade. So let's get into it, y'all.
And you love ice cream, but you don't want the high calories, heavy sugar, trans fats, and artificial additives that come with it, then you need to try this recipe. Today, I'm going to show you an incredibly easy, healthy, and guilt-free way to satisfy those ice cream cravings. All you need are 2 simple ingredients, and either a blender or a food processor, and it takes just a few minutes to make. It's dairy-free, made with real natural foods, super creamy, and so delicious. And the best part is you don't even need an ice cream maker. The base ingredient of this recipe is simply frozen bananas. When you blend frozen bananas, you get this incredibly creamy texture with a naturally sweet flavor that very closely resembles ice cream without all of the unhealthy and artificial parts. It makes a great base because of its natural sweetness and tastes neutral enough to use as a base with other ingredients. Today, I'll show you 4 of my favorite simple ice cream recipes that you can try at home yourself. And because this is basically just fruits and milk, you can enjoy it as a dessert, as a snack, or even for breakfast. When it comes to preparing the bananas, we want to make sure that they are fully ripened, as that's when they're the sweetest. So the more brown they look on the outside, the better. One quick tip is to cut the bananas into slices before freezing, so that they're easier to blend. After a few hours, they'll be ready to use. Once they've been frozen, if you find a few slices stuck to each other, just break them apart or throw them in as is. If you want something more convenient, you can also buy these bagged frozen banana slices from the grocery store, which already come pre-sliced and pre-ripened, so they're ready to use. When it comes to blending, you can use either a simple food processor or a high-speed blender, like this Vitamix blender that I'll be using today. For our base recipe, all we need are 2 simple ingredients: 4 frozen sliced bananas and 2 tablespoons of unsweetened almond milk or any other milk of your choice. Blend it on low speed until the bananas and milk break down into a creamy texture. If you're seeing that it's getting stuck while blending, you'll probably have to stop and stir it a few times to keep it moving. What you want to end up with is this smooth, creamy consistency. When it's ready, you can scoop it out and eat it straight away. The texture will resemble this velvety, soft serve ice cream. Or if you prefer ice cream on the harder side, you can freeze it for a couple hours before eating, or store it in the freezer for up to a few weeks in a container. But keep in mind that it does get quite hard after freezing, so just make sure to leave it out at room temperature for about 20 minutes to allow it to soften up before scooping. I like to store my ice cream in these 16-ounce wide-mouth mason jars. If you've watched some of my other videos, you'll see that I use these for everything. They hold 1 pint of ice cream, which is perfect for this recipe, and holds roughly the same amount as a carton of Haagen-Dazs. Their vanilla bean ice cream contains 900.
Okay, so just a quick little funny thing, and we're gonna get right back to the video. So I'm sitting here, I'm listening to this, right? And I'm making the video and talking to y'all. And Mama in the chat, she said what she said. Y'all saw what she said. So I'm sitting here, why she come up and put the little, you see how they got the Haagen-Dazs right here, the vanilla? I get it, but they got a sorbet and it's mango sorbet. And so I had ordered one of these and I had it in the freezer. So she already was digging into it, y'all. She was back in the room as I'm playing the video, digging into it. So then she came up here and set it down on the counter and was like, here, I know you called and you want something tasty to eat. And child just set it down next to me. I said, what are you doing with it? But yeah, that's how it goes, y'all. She will take the sweets. She will take the sweets and the frozen desserts and all the things and just tiptoe in there real silently. Like I didn't even know she went in the freezer to get that. I didn't know she was in there. But yeah, Haagen-Dazs is one of my favorite brands, like over the counter or whatnot in the grocery store. And so I don't really like ice creams and stuff like, because it's all right. I like chocolate ice cream. That's it. That's my favorite one. But their sorbets are really good. So y'all haven't tried the sorbet. Some of y'all probably wouldn't need to because you probably got a lot of better quality frozen desserts that we have here. So y'all have like going to these places and getting, these great desserts from, ice cream shops and stuff like that. But if you do go to the grocery store and they happen to have Haagen-Dazs brand is good and their sorbet is good. But anyway, so I'm eating some mango sorbet from Haagen-Dazs right now, like he got up here in the screen. But let's keep going.
181 calories per carton. In contrast, our homemade ice cream contains just 310 calories for roughly the same quantity. It's truly guilt-free. This simple 2-ingredient base recipe is delicious enough to be eaten on its own. I like to enhance the flavor by adding a teaspoon of vanilla extract and a splash of maple syrup or a natural sweetener like stevia. But if you want to get even more creative, you can try adding other types of ingredients to create different flavors. Here are 4 of my favorite go-to recipes that are super easy to do at home. Our first recipe is this delicious berry banana ice cream. Let's start with our base recipe of 4 frozen bananas and 2 tablespoons of almond milk. And to that, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1 cup of frozen berries. Here, I'm using strawberries, blueberries, and raspberries, but you can use whatever you like. And lastly, 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. Blend it all together, making sure to stop and stir to get all of the ingredients blended evenly. And you should end up with this super smooth, creamy, and thick texture. Scoop it all out into a container like a mason jar, and then either enjoy it as a soft serve ice cream or freeze it for a few hours for a hard serve ice cream. Our next recipe is a chocolate peanut butter banana ice cream. Start with our base of 4 frozen bananas and 2 tablespoons of almond milk. To that, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 1 tablespoon of natural peanut butter, 1 tablespoon of maple syrup, and a pinch of sea salt to bring the flavors out. Blend it all together, making sure to stop and stir to break up any chunks, and then just look at how smooth and creamy it is. Scoop it out into a mason jar, and then enjoy it as a soft serve ice cream, or freeze it to enjoy as a hard serve. This one is perfect to really satisfy those chocolate cravings in a healthy way. Now, if you're in the mood for a more tropical twist on our banana ice cream, this one's for you. Let's combine our base of 4 frozen bananas and 2 tablespoons of almond milk. We're then going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1 cup of frozen pineapple and mango chunks, and 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. Blend it for a few minutes while pausing to stir, making sure to break down all the pieces of fruit until it turns into this deliciously smooth soft serve that's ready to eat. Scoop it all into a container, and then you can enjoy it as is or freeze it for later as a hard serve. Lastly, if you're a coffee drinker, this coffee and banana ice cream is for you. Starting with our base of 4 frozen bananas and 2 tablespoons of almond milk, we're also going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 tablespoon of maple syrup, 2 teaspoons of instant coffee powder, 1 teaspoon of cocoa powder, and a pinch of sea salt. Blend it on low speed to break down all of the ingredients, and then continue blending until it turns into a thick, creamy, and smooth texture that looks just like this. You can then scoop it all into a mason jar, and then either enjoy it as a soft serve or freeze it for a few hours to enjoy later as a hard serve. With these super simple recipes and just a few basic ingredients, you can have delicious, healthy, creamy ice cream ready in minutes that you can enjoy as a dessert, breakfast, or as a snack. Give these a try and let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear what your favorite homemade ice cream flavors are. Until next time, thanks for watching. If you'd like to watch more, click here for another video. And if you enjoy my content, I'd really appreciate if you leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.
All right, y'all. So that was real quick. And I was just looking at some of those recipes and I was like, ooh, I really like that because it's really giving just like, frozen smoothie vibes or whatnot. Not too much extra cream, not too much extra sugar and, other things like that. All of the recipes really for the frozen desserts that we've seen, they seem pretty simple and not too overly sweet or unhealthy. But these are some of the more healthier ones because It really just derives from fruits only. And just a few little small pinches of things that may give it a little additional flavor. But that's from the Toasty Apron. So if y'all want to check out some more of their recipes, they have a lot of them over there. Not just, frozen desserts, but all kinds of different recipes and stuff like that. Hey, Star. What's going on, girl? We just about to end it out. I done made it through all of the content, girl. I was just coming over here to do some little desserts and frozen treats and whatnot because it's hot. And I was burning up today, so I was inspired to look at these recipes on the computer. And I seen some, I was like, oh, these is good. I think I'm going to try a few of these. So I figured I'd just put a cute little video and share it with y'all. That's all. Just something light and fun today. Nothing too serious. But this is the end. That's all I had. I mean, there's more stuff, but I didn't prepare anything more today. That's all I prepared to come and share. To keep it real short, I really want to go lay down and take a nap under the fan in the air conditioning because it's too hot outside. But yeah, that's about it. We can chit chat for a little bit and then we'll get up out of here. Thank you, Mom Star, for coming in. Thank you, Star, for coming in. Thank you, Mr. Nobody, for coming in. Imani and Mama's here. Oh yeah. Thank everybody for coming in who did. If y'all was listening from the bushes, y'all like some of the recipes, you want to try them and stuff. If it's hot where you at, yeah, these are homemade recipes. You can do it right in your house. You don't need no, heavy equipment or nothing like that. You don't need no equipment at all. It's all made by hand. So I thought those type of recipes and stuff would be pretty cool to look into because it's easy. Because when you hot, the last thing you want to do is be plugging up some appliance or device and, scouring around for all of these things and tools and utensils in the kitchen to come out with a piece of ice cream just because you want to be cooled down. You want to whip it up real quick, freeze it in a hurry, bust it out, and bust it down. Like, that's it. It's hot. I need my ice cream now. So, yeah, you can make it at home, and it's quick, and it's easy. It don't take that long. Or you can just get the Haagen-Dazs over the counter like I do sometimes, So, whichever one it is. But no, I think that would be fun, though. I think I will make one of those recipes or a few. Because I know my mom would like a lot of different flavors for me. So I may make like 2 flavors and do the cooking video. And then, put the phone up or whatnot. Show you. We'll do a cooking video. It's not even cooking because you don't have to cook. But I'll just do like, hey, y'all, I'm making ice cream homemade. And I'll just do a video of that. And that'll be fun. We can listen to some music and chill and make homemade ice cream or sorbet. I think I'll make Mama the ice cream because she likes ice cream more. I like sorbet better. I like more like fruit. Like this mango sorbet right now. I like strawberry sorbet. And I like pistachio. Do any of y'all like pistachio? Pistachio is oddly good. Because a lot of people like, no, I don't want pistachio, ice cream, sorbet, nothing. But pistachio, you'd be surprised. Don't sleep on it. It's really good. But a lot of those flavors that they showed on some of the videos today, I had no idea, that those were some of the flavors or whatnot that a lot of people like. So I might try one of those just to try something different. I just hate to make a whole batch and then I don't like it and then I got to throw it out. So we got to stick to the rivers and the lakes that we used to. You know what I mean? Yeah, y'all. But I don't have too much more going on. I will do that video and I'm going to do some more cooking videos because I enjoy doing those cooking videos. We'll be just doing some different stuff, some more uplifting, fun stuff like this. But yeah, for real, I'm doing the same thing. Chilling the rest of the day. I will do that. Starts out, I love ice cream. Ice cream is good, but I only like chocolate. I don't know why I'm like that. I only like chocolate ice cream. I don't know why Golden is doing this to us. I didn't do it on purpose. My bad. I put the healthy ones in there too. We could just do the sorbet ice cream, with just the fruits, just a little bit of coconut milk or the almond milk, It don't gotta be too overdone, put the fresh fruits and vegetables in there. Avocados. So I have a friend, and my friend is from Panama, and she said that they have desserts and stuff like ice creams and sorbets and stuff, and there's an avocado one, and I was like, wait a minute, avocado? I love avocados. I eat them by themselves. I just take the spoon and go to town. But there's a dessert dish that they make with avocado as well. I'm gonna find that. I'm gonna find that recipe out there. I'll put that up on the next video or not. Because I love avocado, and I wonder what that tastes like. You know, like in a frozen dish or a dessert dish. It's probably good. I don't know. We gotta see. She said I gained 5 pounds just watching the video. Not with the chocolate ice cream, nearly 9 p.m. And I'm sorry because I know it is different time zones. So for me, it's only like 2:45 p.m. Eastern time. But yeah, for some of y'all, I guess it is late at night. So now I got y'all wanting to tiptoe out of the bedroom and go down to the refrigerator or the freezer and get some ice cream or some sorbet. I am so sorry. I did not do that on purpose. I promise you. I promise you I didn't do that on purpose. It's just hot. It's hot. But even in the first video that we did too, like with the pastries and stuff like that, you know, not saying that's any better, but those are some cool recipes as well. And a lot of those do, you know, require you to bake, you know, so maybe I'll do some cooking videos with that as well, where I bake some pastries and stuff, you know, like I'll do the ice cream, I'll do some sorbet, and then I'll take and find some of those recipes from that list, and then I'll bake some, you know, pastries and stuff like that. That should be fun. And then Mama's gonna snatch them, and I'm gonna have to fight her for them, and, you know, all those things like that. But anyway, that is it. That is all. I ain't got too much more. Per usual, I'm gonna go ahead and end this out with a bop, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get me a shower and lay down and stay cool for the rest of the day, because I'm not going back outside. I'm not. It's too hot. But thank y'all so much for joining me. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope y'all have an excellent rest of the day, the afternoon, the evening, or the night, whatever respectful time zone it is that you are in. And I will be back tomorrow, y'all, you know, with another live. Can't be sure what it's going to be just yet, but it's always going to be something. So I'll be back to chit chat with y'all tomorrow, y'all. Let's end it with some music. I'll talk to y'all soon. Golden out. Bye.
Feeling like got people forgetting the folks of you. That part. Every laugh ain't harmless. Every post ain't just jokes. Some people smiling online, crying in real life. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Why you tearing people down for fun? Why? You don't know what they carry when the camera done. Broken souls throw stones, then hide they hands. Cowards in comment sections playing God again. Karma don't miss. And healing's still possible too. So either spread love or watch life humble you. Yeah. YouTube streets messy, everybody got a target. Creators throwing dirt like hate became a market. Mocking people daily, that spirit look haunted. Tell me who raised y'all, this behavior garbage. Laughing at depression, exposing folks' trauma. Then act shocked when tragedy follow behind you. The evil energy, boomerang proper. Come on, pull up silent like a midnight robber. And honestly, do you watch my live? I talk truth, pain, growth, tears, real vibes. Not everybody built for the games online. Some folks want insult from losing their mind. That's facts, no cap. Y'all addicted to humiliation. Every live stream feel like public execution. Views over souls, cloud over humans. Then wonder why the whole world mentally ruined. Somebody mama crying damaged people wake up daily, trying to damage others too. Enough is enough. Why you tearing people down for fun? Tearing them down. You don't know what they fighting when the live stream done. Baby, no. Keyboard killers acting tough online. Whole time spiritually broken inside. Karma don't miss, no. Karma don't skip souls either. Every hateful seed gon' meet the reaper. So to the hurt and bullied people, listen close. You matter more than these demons online. These chicks bitter, these dudes weird. Obsessed every day, like why you still here? Refreshing my page while pretending you don't care. Whole personality built off hate and fear. Talk slick online, real life timid. Broken inside, everybody can't feel it. Projecting they wounds while the comments all cheering. That ain't straight, baby, that sickness concealed. And I said what I said. Yeah, some of these creators need therapy bad. Not another live stream drag. Not another fake outrage cash grab scam. Y'all bully for a living, that's sad. Spirit look bankrupt, dusty and mad. And the people encouraging it just is trash. Laugh now, karma got a long memory pad. Lord, cover the wounded, cover the lonely heart, cover the lonely heart, cover the people crying silently in dark rooms. Teach us compassion again. Teach this world mercy again. Because words cut deep, so deep. And some people never recover. To everybody bullied online, you are not weak because you hurt. You are not crazy because you feel pain. And don't let these empty souls convince you your life got no value. The loudest bullies usually fighting demons they never healed from. That ain't an excuse, but it's the truth. And to the bullies, get help, seriously. This obsession with tearing strangers apart every day, that ain't normal. Enough is enough. We need love more than ever now. More than ever. Too many souls out here barely hanging on somehow. No more glorifying painful views. No more clowning her forever nude. No more mob attacks for entertainment. That darkness got consequences too. Karma don't miss, karma don't miss. And healing's still possible too. So either spread love or watch life humble you. Enough is enough. Spread love before it's too late. Yeah, before it's too late.